So features of electrolytic cell: anode stays with oxidation, the cathode stays with reduction, or reduction occurs at the cathode and oxidation occurs at the anode. The electrons still flow anode to cathode. None of this changes. This is all the same. All of that is the same. None of that has changed. What has changed is that the anode is now positive and the cathode is now negative. So if you sort of thought of things as, you know, happy cat, or if you thought of things as sort of, what's the saying? An oil rig cat. So an oil rig cat stays the same. But if you sort of thought of things as happy cat and then the anode's the opposite, well, you need to think about it the other way. The cat is now angry. When we talk about electrolysis, if you're electrocuting your cat, it's not going to be happy. It's going to be angry. So therefore, the cathode is now negative. It's sort of a silly way of thinking about it, but it works. Now, what species are involved? We think top right, bottom left. Now, but what's really important about this is we still, and it's really important to remember this, we still utilize the strongest oxidant and the strongest reductant. Really important. So we are still using the strongest oxidant, which I find on the left, but it's the highest up on the left. And then I use my strongest reductant, which I find lowest on the right. But now, that highest on the left and that lowest on the right, I know this looks opposite in my video. I should be doing it that way because that looks the opposite in the video. The video's flipped. Now I'm going to think my left. Left was oxidant. Now, because of left and rights, God, I'm one of those people who has to put them up. Because of the left and right, so the left one here, because your left one here is highest, but it's actually going to end up lower than your reductant, which is on your right, and should be your lower, but it ends up higher. You get this, you know, top left, bottom right, and top right, bottom left. I've got my left and rights are out the door. But that's what you get. And you end up with what is non-spontaneous chemical reaction. And